彩呈现，观众朋友大家好，欢迎收看本期的欧洲大观，我是黄杰。今天的节目都有哪些精彩看点呢？英姿飒爽的维也纳女骑士汉娜，意大利女建筑师是如何装修自己的家？全球最好的意大利面是怎么制作的？传统滑板和旱冰鞋正在进入电动化的时代，跟传统的轮滑装备相比，电动装备是更容易掌控还是更难呢？带着这个疑问，下面我们的节目里将要测试3种电动滑轮装备，并且找来了几位轮滑高手来帮我们一起测试。接下来，让我们一起拭目以待吧。
Time-honored skateboards and roller skates are getting a motorized boost, but are electric wheels easier to ride than their traditional counterparts, or harder? I want to know how difficult it is to ride with electronic power, and I'm going to test 3 gadgets and Danilo too, and we want to find out what they really can do. I borrowed a Pro together with my electric vehicles. Danilo Behrendt has a shop in Berlin called Scooterhelden with a good selection. I chose the Air Wheel, the One Wheel, and a pair of rocket skates. Before heading out, we have to fill up at an outlet. It takes 20 minutes to charge the One Wheel, but the batteries only have a reach of 7 kilometers. The Air Wheel has the longest reach. It can go 30 kilometers on a charge. The plug on the rocket skates isn't easy to find. Their batteries last 16 kilometers.
Okay, you have to know that.
Then we head out to the runway of Berlin's decommissioned Tempelhof Airport. Today the airfield is a public park. Just the right place for us. None of these vehicles are street legal. Hats aren't required, but they're a good idea, as we later find out. The Pro shows me how to ride the Air Wheel. It can reach a top speed of 30 kilometers an hour. These electric unicycles are produced by several brands with prices ranging from 300 to 2,000 euros. The rider steers and stops by shifting his body weight. The hard part is getting on. Even after half an hour practice, I still need help. And I'm scared to let go. Beginners will have to take a few hours to get the hang of it. After they shell out 1,850 euros for it. The next device is for the Pro. The One Wheel runs on one big tire. Rocks, sticks and bumps in the road are no problem. The top speed here is 25 kilometers an hour. The motor is inside the tire and the sensors that activate it under the boards. If you ever stood up on a seesaw as a child, you'll know how to get on a one wheel. You steer this one too by shifting your weight. Leaning forward speeds it up. I can go it alone, but I'm still afraid to go fast. This one is my favorite. The big minus is the price, 1,400 euros. And if it ever needs repair, it has to be sent back to the manufacturer in the United States. The rocket skates look like something out of the 1980s science fiction film. We expect to launch like a rocket, but even the Pro is having trouble. These skates will only do 16 kilometers an hour, theoretically. In practice, it's not easy. First you have to push off and then press down with your heels to activate the electric motor. And try not to fall. The skates slip over your own shoes. I'm not even going to try to launch like a rocket. I'm happy just to follow along. But even with help, I'm a failure. Or the skates are. Please let me stop. Just as we are about to give up, help arrives. The highly skilled inline skater has been watching us and wants to try out the rocket skates. Even he has trouble at first before he gets the hang of it. The skates are way too dangerous, at least for me. I wouldn't take them as a gift, let alone pay 700 euros. They're definitely not for beginners. I would advise not to try this alone. And even there is a little electronic motor, it's still exhausting, maybe dangerous and rather expensive, but it is lots of fun, especially with this one. My conclusion, you can break a bone just walking, but I think there's no use tempting fate.
威尔士艺术家内森·怀伯恩早年在卡迪夫学习艺术，他经常尝试着用口红或者旧磁带之类这样毫不相干的东西来创作他的画作，但他最拿手的还是用食物来拼凑他的作品，比如用炸鱼、薯条和番茄酱制成的阿黛尔画像，甚至他还用粘稠的金宝汤勾勒出了他心目中的偶像波普艺术的先驱安迪·沃霍尔。
A portrait of the English singer Adele in fish and chips and ketchup. Welsh singer Tom Jones created using old cassette tapes. And ex-Spice Girl Mel C, all in glitter. Welsh artist Nathan Wyburn has given pop art a 21st century revival.
Pop art to me, I guess, is just about popular culture, things that are happening in the media right now, things with celebrities or celebrity scandals, or it could be the death of a celebrity. Kind of in a very Andy Warholian way, I guess I kind of document things as they're happening.
The artist works with unusual things like chocolate and ketchup. He used makeup for his portrait of the late British singer David Bowie, in character as Ziggy Stardust.
When selecting the material to make the portrait of the celebrity out of, it usually has some sort of relation to them, whether it's something they're comically known for, or a stereotype, or something as simple as their surname. So it could be Keith Lemon made with lemon. It could be something like Donald Trump with Mexican food because of the humour and the irony of it. So the relation is always there, whether it's comical or conceptual.
The material is not the only unusual aspect of Wyburn's works. He used his feet to create his portrait of soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo, and his tongue to paint the singer Miley Cyrus. A Justin Bieber song inspired him to use lipstick to depict the teen heartthrob.
Baby, if you like the way you look
The YouTube video of how the portrait was created has attracted millions of clicks.
I just thought it'd be quite cool because his song called Love Yourself was really big at the time. Valentine's Day was coming up, and he's got a lot of big, huge, mostly female fans. So I thought it'd be quite cool just to give them something that they could look at and think, oh, I wish I did that, or I wish I could own that. So I thought I'd make a portrait of Justin Bieber using kisses.
Nathan Wyburn studied art in Cardiff. He's always been fascinated by Welsh culture and has made portraits of poet Dylan Thomas and singer Shirley Bassey, who was born in Cardiff. But he's interested in the role of celebrity in today's consumer society as a whole, and the universality of art.
I quite like the fact that my artwork speaks to everybody. You could either see it as this huge concept where I'm using these commercial products to relate to celebrities and commercialization and loads of different sort of Andy Warhol-like theories like that. And I've displayed in things like galleries and museums, but I've also exhibited in restaurants and corner pubs, in the street, absolutely anywhere.
Like at the Educational Science Centre in Cardiff. He used over 4,500 Smarties to make a huge portrait of the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Albert Einstein, a great success with visitors.
We get people stopping on the stairs midway up and going, look at that, isn't it amazing? It's been really, really well received, not just by the staff, but by all the visitors. You can tell exactly who it is straight away. And then when they get closer and they read about it and they see the Smarties, the Einstein thing just connects like a good science project should. So yes, goes down very, very well indeed.
He finds his inspiration for new projects everywhere, like in the city shopping centers. And he doesn't need to go buy special art supplies.
I've just been shopping and I've got a bit of coffee, which works very well to work with. I've got chocolate, baked beans, Campbell's soup, which would work great for an Andy Warhol portrait. So absolutely anywhere inspiration can come from, and as long as it relates to the person, it makes a great portrait.
Wyburn is working on a portrait of his greatest idol, American artist Andy Warhol, who launched pop art with his paintings of Campbell's soup cans. His choice of material? Soup, of course.
The texture of the Campbell's soup is a lot thicker than some of the other soups and sauces that I've worked with, so it's proven to be a little bit different, but the colour's great. It definitely looks extremely foodie, so I'm really pleased with how it's working so far.
Nathan Wyburn, a talented artist who is recreating pop art in the 21st century with food instead of paint.
汉娜在年幼时呢，就梦想能骑着白色的骏马驰骋于维也纳著名的西班牙马术学校，但几百年来，那里一直是男人们的天下。汉娜为了她的梦想付出了许多。2008年，她从马夫开始做起，每日起早贪黑，整日在马厩工作，完成了很多男人都难以完成的学徒期。如今，汉娜成为了马术学校的首位女骑手。这在当地也算是一个不小的奇迹。
Hanna Zeidelhofer has made it. Even as a child, she dreamed of riding a white stallion at Vienna's renowned Spanish riding school. But for centuries, that was a privilege reserved solely for men. Now, Zeidelhofer has become the school's first woman rider, though for her, it's more of a personal triumph than a feminist statement.
Für mich persönlich bedeutet das irrsinnig viel, dass ich gereiter bin, aber nicht, dass ich irgendwelche Frau bin, sondern weil ich einfach diese Ausbildung geschafft habe, die Burschen davor auch geschafft haben, und ich habe es einfach gleich gemacht. Also wir haben genau dieselben Aufgaben gehabt, wir haben keine Vor- oder Nachteile gehabt, und das war mir das Wichtigste.
Although Zeidelhofer completed her training in record time, the path to becoming the first female rider was a long one. In 2008, she started as a groom, getting up at 5 in the morning and working in the stalls. After 4 years, she got her own Lipizan horse and became an assistant rider. Today, the 29-year-old is responsible for several horses. The school's training program is very popular, but few actually complete their apprenticeships.
Es gibt halt viele Mädchen, die den Traum haben, ja, ich möchte mit Pferden arbeiten und ich möchte reiten.
But you have to
Man
remember
muss
that
halt
it's
immer
work
denken,
and
es
really
ist
hard
eine
work.
Arbeit, es ist wirklich eine ernsthafte Arbeit. Es geht
not
nicht
just
nur
about
darum, dass
having
man
fun riding around on a
Spaß am
horse.
Pferd herumreitet,
You learn everything from the ground up, the work in the stall
die Stallarbeit
included.
genauso,
So you
dass
appreciate
man auch
good
die Pflege
grooming.
zu schätzen lernt.
Wenn man sich die Starterfälle in der Dressur ansieht und wer dann erfolgreich ist, dann sieht man, dass die Frauen nicht wegzudenken sind. Die sind einfach an der Spitze. Daher, wenn man die besten Reiter haben will, Frauen müssen dabei sein. Zweitens sind wir in einer EU, wir sprechen alle über Gleichbehandlungsgesetz. Jedes Unternehmen möchte eine Frauenquote darstellen. Bei uns war die Frauenquote 0. Und daher war es also hoch an der Zeit, dass wir hier auch Damen in unserer Mannschaft haben, in unserer Reitbahn, damit wir hier auch adäquat sind.
Tradition and innovation under the same roof. That's proved a popular combination. The school now receives more applications from women than from men. But Zeidelhofer says there's no battle of the sexes here. She wears the same uniforms as the men and feels totally accepted.
Es war schon so, dass in der Reitbahn die älteren Herren etwas zurückhaltend gegenüber einem waren, aber einfach, weil es auch was Neues ist. Ich meine, nach so langer Zeit und nach so lange so eine Tradition, das ist das erste Mal, die müssen das auch einmal skeptisch begutachten. Aber wenn die sehen, dass du leistungsbereit bist und das wirklich unbedingt willst, respektieren die das vollkommen und unterstützen dich von Anfang an.
When she's not riding one of the Lipizan horses, Zeidelhofer goes wakeboarding or eats pizza with colleagues near the riding school. She doesn't mind that her daily routine differs from that of her old friends.
ist natürlich schon was Besonderes, in der spanischen Hochreitschule zu arbeiten. Einfach weil es ein seltener Beruf ist und ein Beruf ist, den man sein Leben lang macht. Es war halt schon immer so, dass mich meine Eltern unterstützt haben, schon vom Anfang an vom Reiten her. Und sie haben gewusst, dass ich sehr ehrgeizig bin und finden es natürlich toll, dass ich es geschafft habe. Meine Freunde sind natürlich von der Reiterwelt her sehr begeistert, aber die anderen, ja, akzeptieren, dass ich nicht so viel Zeit habe für sie.
Hannah Zeigelhofer doesn't believe she'll ever become bored with her job. She says there's still so much to learn. Someday, she hopes to become a chief rider, a position only the very best riders attain. Recently, she's become an instructor. 6 young women are currently taking part in the Spanish Riding School's training program. It's only a matter of time before the school hands over the reins to its next female rider.
乔安娜是一名建筑师，她居住在米兰的一栋老房子里。房子的外观很单调，甚至可以说非常难看。但是乔安娜却独具慧眼，买下了这栋建筑顶层的2套公寓。经过一番整修后，合成了一套280平米的温馨住宅。整个房子采光很棒，明亮而且不单调。楼顶还有一个乔安娜精心打造的空中花园，闲时养花弄草，配合着米兰城独有的艺术气息，真是别有一番韵味。
This is Milan's Porta Ticinese district. It's home to many historic buildings. But some of the streets have drab architecture dating from the 1950s. They were eyesores. Still, Giovanna Cornelio wanted to move into the 8th floor of this building. She transformed it into a luxurious living space.
Hello, nice to meet you. Come in my home.
Inside, it's anything but dull and dreary. The open-plan living room is flooded with light. Cornelio turned 2 apartments into 1 and now has 280 square meters of floor space. She's not bothered that the building's exterior isn't so appealing.
I chose this house because of the light, because of the terrace, and I decided to draw the space according to the light during the day. And so every room has a different view outside and a different proportion with the light.
Giovanna Cornelio loves 50s era design. These eye-catching chairs are upholstered with fabric used to cover old train seats. And this Jean Prouvé swing arm lamp is also a design classic from 1950. The couch dates from the same era.
You can use from this side, or you can sit on the other side and look into the direction, or to have a sort of day bed.
The architect designed some of the furniture herself, including this oversized couch and the shelving unit across from it. The kitchen is located on the same floor. Cornelio employed plenty of stainless steel to make her kitchen durable and functional.
Simple design, but with strong materials to use every day.
The Italian architect likes to entertain and chose a dining room table that matches the rest of the apartment.
This is our dining space with this table from the 50s, drawn by Osvaldo Borsani. And the chairs are from the same years.
A narrow staircase integrated into the shelving unit leads up to the 9th floor. This used to be a windowless room that was used as a storage space. Cornelio replaced the concrete walls with glass, converting the room into a studio.
Very special place where to stay during the weekend or in the evening to look at film or to work, and because it's a completely isolated box, you can't imagine to be in a town.
The studio is almost completely encircled by an 80 square meter U-shaped terrace.
You can stay here reading, working with plants. It's like to be in holidays.
From the terrace, you can get to the 10th floor, which the architect also designed herself. She calls it her sun deck.
When I built the glass house, I decided to have a roof to use. It's a particular view of the town you never have. You feel completely free and you forget what you have to do.
Looking out over Milan from this vantage point puts the buildings some considered eyesores in a whole new light.
阿图罗居住在那不勒斯城外的一个小镇，据说呢，他能制作全世界最棒的意大利面。阿图罗的秘诀呢，是把理想的天气和当地的优质小麦相结合，然后再经过一个铜制的多孔过滤器，便能获得各种形状的理想意面。这些意面大都被送到城里的一个米其林餐厅，再经过顶级大厨的烹制和调味，早就成为了该餐厅的招牌菜。
Gragnano is a small town south of Naples. Pasta is made here, but not just any pasta.
The number one. We make the best pasta in the world.
Arturo Elefante could be described as the rising star in the pasta firmament. Gourmets far and wide say he makes the world's best pasta at Pastificio dei Campi. His working day starts above the rooftops of Naples. One of the key ingredients is the weather.
We ought to get 30 to 40% humidity today. Days like this are good for the pasta.
Arturo Elefante's recipe for success combines ideal weather conditions with local ingredients, such as durum wheat from the next town. Sun, seawater, and the mountain breeze make for ideal growing conditions. The wheat is delivered once a week. Arturo is working on a new variety of pasta. He uses a bronze perforated filter to achieve the shape he wants.
The machine saves me work, so it doesn't take as much effort. That's not how it used to be when we made pasta by hand. We can put out several times as much today.
The biggest challenge is the dough. The sole ingredients, water and durum wheat flour, are blended without air, and the dough is pushed through the filter under high heat and pressure. This is the first time Arturo's made eriche, long, spiral-shaped pasta. Italy is the world's largest pasta producer, at well over 3 million tons annually. Even if different forms are made from the same dough, other factors play a role. This is Arturo's favorite variety.
Each pasta shape can only be eaten with a specific kind of sauce. Little pasta only with broth. And we only eat spaghetti with seafood.
Pasta is quintessentially Italian, but the oldest surviving noodle recipe came from China. It was written on parchment nearly 4,000 years ago. The Greeks and Romans discovered pasta early on. Tomb images dating back to the 4th century BC depict sacks of flour and rolling pins. The Arabs are credited with being the first to dry fresh noodles so they would keep. Arturo's pasta has to dry for nearly 50 hours before it's packed. The factory turns out some 3 tons per day.
That's me in the picture. It's nice to know my photo is going all around the world.
Arturo's boss, Giuseppe De Martino, puts the new creation to the taste test. Only if he gives it his blessing will it go into production.
Good, aren't they? You've done fabulous work.
He specifies perfect color, ideal shape. Nothing's left stuck to the fork. The pasta is precisely al dente.
I do make the best pasta in the world.
It's to be sent to Don Alfonso, a Michelin-star restaurant and one of the best in Italy. It's a family business over 100 years old. A 3-course meal can cost some 200 euros. Star chef Alfonso Iaccarino's recipe for success? Simple but high-quality ingredients. Today he'll be using Arturo's pasta in a dish for the restaurant's menu.
The
pasta has this wonderful smell of wheat. That's the first thing I notice. Now let's taste it.
His idea is a straightforward dish of olive oil, pepperoncini, and tuna. Will Arturo's pasta make it onto the menu for today? The chef has no words. He just quietly enjoys. It passes muster.
Compliments to the chef and compliments to me.
It's a hit. Arturo Elefante's pasta appears on the menu of a 2-star restaurant. From a small town just outside Naples, it could just be the world's best pasta.
亚当·杜瓦呢是一位电影编剧，最近他创作了首个迷你惊悚系列片。尽管他之前已经有许多微电影作品，但对于图片分享网站来说，微电影还是太长了，所以他不得不将每集的内容都压缩到15秒之内，而且必须得兼具故事性和艺术性。在完成了这些惊人的创作后，他的作品被众多网友们纷纷点赞。
Sharing snapshots of anything that grabs you. That's the idea behind the Instagram social media platform. The video function is also very popular. There are even entire video series. From action-packed thrillers to creative reinterpretations of David Bowie songs, each video episode is no more than 15 seconds long. Put together, they become an Insta miniseries. Adam Dewar of Britain created the first thriller miniseries especially for Instagram. Dewar is a short film writer by trade, but miniseries are new territory.
Well, I think it's a completely different way of storytelling than normally. You don't get nearly as much time in it, and that's an incredible challenge. So I love the ability to just take the very essence of a story.
Dewar's contribution is called Shield 5. The 28 episodes were produced in Britain with a professional film crew. There's a diamond heist and a death, a brief love story, and even wild chase scenes, all compressed into a total of 7 minutes. In addition to the mini videos, Instagram is also fleshing out the story with emails, text messages, and online newspaper articles.
What I loved is the comments by the side of it, and people could find little clues that we had placed in the stills or little red herrings, and they would kind of come up with their own ideas, things that I'd never thought of, and they kind of, interpret things differently and talk to each other and help each other with the plot because it's a kind of mystery puzzle. I think that's very exciting for a writer to kind of watch that unfold. Really, it's just people's creativity. It's there to kind of be used, and if you look at things like Unbound or Artistically Challenged, then they're using it. What's amazing about it is you can do tiny little nuggets of visuals, which can be very expressive and very kind of evocative.
Companies have also discovered miniseries for advertising purposes. One is Gap, an American clothing brand. The platform has about 400 million users around the world. Europe has also recently discovered its marketing potential. The TWT agency specializes in digital advertising. Instagram miniseries are increasingly sought after.
Instagram has one of the highest interaction rates, and Instagram post has 50 times the interaction rate of a tweet, so it's a very important marketing platform. Plus, visual content creates more emotional brand identification, which is also important.
And meanwhile, there are even festivals devoted especially to web series. They award prizes and commission follow-up episodes.
A big increase in web series and a big increase in festivals for it, and I think that the way that people consume media is completely changed now, and so people want this kind of entertainment, I think, on their phones and their screens.
The appeal lies in its brevity. The new format is providing a whole new medium for creative storytelling.
时尚欧洲精彩呈现，感谢您收看本期的欧洲大观，我是黄杰，下期同一时间我们再见。